about balance. There is this concept that if you are a homeschool parent, that you are a super parent. You've got a kid and you can do everything, that kind of stuff. Here's the truth. You can't, you won't. You are not going to be everything to everybody. You are not going to accomplish everything on your to-do list, and that is okay. Whenever we think of the word balance, we see pictures like those rocks that are stacked on top of each other, or a scale where things are equally balanced on a scale. The truth is, in homeschooling, you have to kind of choose what is important to you and learn to prioritize the things that matter instead of everything. Okay? So here's some tips to be able to prioritize your life. List everything that vies for your time. What is important to your day? What do you have in your day, whether it's important or not? Are you volunteering anywhere? Have you said yes, you would do something to help somebody? Are you working? Are you on top of doing school? What extracurricular activities are you part of? What things do you need to go back and forth from every day? What free time and hobbies do you do? Think of everything that vies for your time, your housework, everything, anything that takes your time. Write it all down as a list, because now you're going to take a time and go to number 2, which is get rid of all the extras. What of these things are the most important? Which of these things do you absolutely have to do, and which of these do you wish you didn't have to do? Which of these do you hate doing? Which things do you never want to see again? Okay, whatever it is, whatever these things are, good or for bad, just prioritize them. Make a list. Which things are number 1 is the most important thing, number whatever is the worst thing. So make a list. What things are absolute musts? Which things do you wish that you didn't have to do? Now, let's get rid of all the junk that you don't need. All the stuff that you don't like, you don't want to do, you wish you didn't have on your schedule. Let's get rid of them all. What's the point in having something if it's just taking your time, you're not enjoying it, and you wish that you didn't have it on your schedule? Or you've said yes to something that you really wish that you'd said no to. Or you've overscheduled your day and you have too many things on your plate. Let's get rid of all that extra. That's what step number 2 is. Get rid of all the extras. Now, we're going to take all the things that you have left on the chart, on your list. We're going to prioritize them. Which things are the most important? Put them on the schedule. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use time blocks. I talked about this in a couple of lessons ago when we talked about for scheduling your day. Time blocks are basically applying chunks of periods of time to your day for specific things. So for example, in our house, the early block is my work and free time for me schedule. So if you need a work schedule, where's it got to go in your day? Put it into a time block. I know that work is probably a high priority, as well as the homeschooling your kid will be a high priority as well. So put them in the schedule first. Whatever is most important, put it in first. Anything you have to do, put it into your time block plan first. Then start adding in all the other things until you fill in your schedule. Make sure you've left some free time for yourself and for your kids as well. Another tip is to use tips, hacks, and any systems that you can use for all the things that you had to cut out of your schedule, or things that are important but take up too much time. We'll talk about them in a couple of units coming up. After you've got it all written down and all the things in there that you have to do, it's time to evaluate. Give it a try for a while. Is the new kind of schedule or plan or routine with your priorities in place actually working? Have you found anything that you took off the list that you really need to add to the list? Have you added anything to the list that you should have taken off, or that you now realize it's not really of importance after all? Take some time to evaluate how you've prioritized things and then reshuffle things around. Reprioritize. Do this all the time, especially if you have a habit like I do of saying yes to things and then wishing that you had said no because it's taken up too much time and you have other things that are more important. So your plan, your action step for this particular unit is to spend some time listing out all your things and learning to prioritize them. Your action step, write your list, prioritize.